and moms and dads, aunts and uncles, cousins and friends. We are so happy to have you back with us again today. I'm Miss Robin, and we've got a fun story in our library surprise bag. So help me open it up. Are you ready? Let's go! Our library bag has a big surprise. Now's the time to use our eyes. Untie, unwind, open wide. Show us what's inside. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3. Open now and let us see. Our friend is back. He's so excited to see you. He wants to know how you're doing out there. I hope they are. I bet Fred said that he thinks you're getting lots of points for your reading on Read Squared. We're proud of them, aren't we? Okay, there's a fun book inside, so say, "See you later, alligator," to Mr. Fred. And Fred will go in, and our book will come out. Help Wanted, Must Love Books. This is one of our newer books, and I just think it's so much fun. It was written by Janet Sumner Johnson, and it was illustrated by Courtney Dawson. And Courtney Dawson did something very clever with her illustrations. And the author did something very clever with her words. You might recognize some of your favorite fairy tale characters. Help Wanted, Must Love Books was published by Capstone Editions. We're glad they let us read it to you today. Unlike most kids, Shailey loved bedtime. She'd shimmy into her PJs, brush her sparkling smile, then raid the bookshelf for the perfect bedtime stories. Her dad would squish into the rocker with her, and they'd read until her eyelids refused to stay open. This arrangement worked perfectly. Until her dad got a new job. What's Dad doing in all those pictures? Finally, Shailey reached her limit. "You're fired," she announced. She put up a job notice first thing the next morning. Help Wanted, bedtime storyteller. Must love books. Apply within. Interviews begin promptly at 6:30 p.m. and began interviews shortly before bedtime. The fierce competition scared off the first 3 applicants. The next applicant brought along her 7 bodyguards, which was fine until Shailey offered them snacks. "Don't eat that! It's the wicked queen in disguise!" Shailey refused to interview any other applicants for the night. Before going to bed, she added a new line to her job notice. Individual applicants only. The next night, the first applicant seemed delightful until he ran away with the book. Run as fast as you can. Shailey refused to come out from under the bed to interview applicant number 2. Fee, fi, fo, fum, I hear the yawn of a tired one. In the morning, Shailey changed her sign again. Human applicants only. At the next interview, Shailey's ears pricked right up. The applicant could spin tales that kept her on pins and needles. She was just about to offer her the job when the woman zonked out mid-sentence. The second girl was very particular about where she would sit. This chair is too hard. This beanbag is too soft. This bed is just right. Zzz. So, look what she added. Must be able to stay awake past 8 p.m. Shailey had low expectations for the next round, but the first applicant had a very impressive resume. Her voice was musical. She could stay up past midnight, and she was obviously human. The two of them had a ball until Shailey noticed the sooty fingerprints all over her favorite book. The second applicant hooked her right away. His storytelling gave her goosebumps, as did the gunk between his teeth. Let's read her sign now. Help wanted, bedtime storyteller, must love books, apply within. Individual applicants only, human applicants only, must be able to stay awake past 8 p.m. Solid hygiene skills required. Interviews begin promptly at 6:30 p.m. Shailey despaired of ever finding a replacement for her dad until one final job seeker showed up. He looked kind of familiar, and his voice was just right. Best of all, he smelled like strawberries and chocolate chip cookies. So Shailey offered him the job on one condition: off limits during bedtime stories. The end. Wasn't that a fun way to talk about bedtime stories? Did you recognize the fairy tale characters that came to read to Shailey? I know you did. I hope you have someone special that puts all of their electronics in a box during bedtime stories and cuddles up with you at night to read your favorite stories. I'll see you next time.